It's not, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
not.
true.
It's not. Someone tweeted a picture of me like, oh, I saw Noel on the street, and it's a guy holding a sign with a baby like strapped to the front of him, and it's like, this is my girlfriend. This is my wife's boyfriend's son, and I love him, or something like that.
I saw that tweet you did.
Oh, okay.
Like making fun of my, or taking care of my wife's.
I love taking care of my wife's ex-husband's kids.
Dude, I'm fucked up right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about your panic attack.
I'm sorry if I'm out of it, but I'm like starting to feel it right now again.
Yeah, like the body dissociation stuff.
It was like, I'm gonna have to stop for a second.
No, you'll be fine.
I'm like literally
Yeah.
it's.
Yeah, I could tell. So like the first thing, so I'm gonna tell you what I did at the show.
I gotta stop.
Do you really?
Yeah.
No, just like,
Just give me a second. Just
no,
to
you're
fucking.
fine. No, I'm gonna tell you what to do though. You have to do grounding.
Okay.
So you have to look at 5 things that you
Mhm.
see with your eyes and just say
Okay.
them in your head.
Mic stand,
Yeah.
microphone,
Yeah.
camera, headphones,
Yeah.
poster,
And then you name 5 things that are in reach.
water bottle,
Yeah.
mic stand,
Yeah.
shoe,
Yeah.
water bottle, mic thing.
And
Cloud
so like you're supposed to just keep softly repeating this stuff. And this kind of, it puts your attention on the room. And then you have to control your breathing as you're doing this. You just got to breathe slow and just continue to ground yourself. And you probably have to do this until it'll fade a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an exercise in... No, we'll cut this out.
No, it's fine. Keep this in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep this
Keep it
in.
in. Yeah.
This is real. This is what happens in the bonus episodes. You see the boys get panic attacks.
Like, it's just weird. This has never happened to me before.
Yeah.
I've always thought anxiety wasn't fake, but I've never really understood it.
It's hard to understand if it doesn't happen to you.
I thought it was just kind of an excuse for people not to go outside.
Sure.
Like I'm anxious, or I'm just like I felt nerves before. I know what that is like.
Yeah.
But this was just another. I mean, I had a full on attack, which I guess is that's a whole nother thing. But since then,
Yeah.
it's been this just this awful feeling of impending doom and not being able to be at ease.
Yeah. And then you're in fear of it's going to happen again.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of it. I mean, and that kind of makes it worse because as soon as I started to feel it there,
Yep.
it's oh fuck, and then it escalates. So I'll tell you the story of what happened on Sunday. Basically, I worked really hard last week. I posted 3 15-minute long videos.
Yeah.
Was just editing nonstop.
And I would say that's the first thing that came to mind. I was I'm I bet you he overworked himself.
Yeah. I didn't feel overworked, but
no, you don't have to feel it.
The second half of the week, I wasn't sleeping. And it wasn't because I was editing too long or whatever. Just sometimes I go through these periods where, I can't, for some reason, I just wake up a lot during the night. So I wake up in the morning, I still feel rested, but not entirely rested, right? So that kind of started happening the second half of the week. And then I woke up on Friday at 5:30 to go surfing. So didn't get a lot of sleep that night. And I had been drinking a little bit that night. Then that day was Marcus's birthday, so we went out during the day. We drank pretty much all day until night. So I woke up, didn't get sleep again.
Yep.
And was hungover, and then had to go to this Six Flags thing to do a brand deal event, right?
Sick.
So I woke up and I'm I was already worried because I'm not me right now because I'm so tired, and I'm it's just so irresponsible. You're working today. Why the fuck did you go out last night? Why did you do this? You know? So that was this feeling that was nagging at me, and I'm just fucking take a deep breath. You'll be fine, right? You're just going for 20 minutes to do this little on camera thing. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But it was just this nagging feeling of why the fuck are you you know what I'm saying? Why couldn't you just fought temptation one time on Saturday night? We get in the Uber. It's the Uber says an hour and 10 minutes, right? And it's it's an SUV, but we're driving down the 405 and we're driving down Venice, and it's the suspension is fucking tight in this car for some reason.
So it's just rocking.
It's just nonstop bumps, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I just felt like it was. Kelsey didn't really seem to be bothered, but I just was ultra sensitive.
Yeah.
I had coffee, fucking mistake number 90.
Bank.
I take a sip and a piece of ice hits my tooth for some reason, and I got scared. I don't know why I got scared, but that scared me. And the fear just stayed, and I was whoa, this is weird.
Yeah.
Why am I scared? And then I'm oh fuck, now I'm even more scared. Why am I more scared? And I got so fucking scared, and I felt like I was trapped, and I couldn't like escape this feeling in the car. And I was like, there's nowhere I could go. And I'm like, I think I'm having a panic attack, because I kind of felt like that one time before.
Sure.
And so Kelsey was like, okay, we'll pull over, we'll get some water. She pulls over, grabs some water. Meanwhile, I'm just in the fucking car like this. The Uber driver's like, yo, are you okay, man? And I'm like, no, but whatever. I think I'll be fine. I'm definitely, this will go away.
Yeah.
Because the last time I felt like this, it went away in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, whoa, wow, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Get some water. We keep driving. We get on the 405. So now we're like actually trapped, and the bumps are so much worse.
Yeah.
Why is the 405 the shittiest fucking road in America?
It's such a piece of shit.
It's like the most used fucking highway ever.
I think there's just too many people on it at all times. They can never pave it.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, if they shut off the 405,
It'd be
it would be
a nightmare.
like devastating.
Bro, you can't I don't know if it's like this anywhere else, but the 405 has traffic at literally all hours.
Yeah.
10 o'clock at night, slammed.
Yeah.
11, you have to be driving on that bitch at like 12:30 to get like smooth flowing shit. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's just like so. It's like hot. It was like hot out.
Yeah.
The sun was beaming.
Even more.
Bumps are going.
Oh wait,
wow, I almost just threw up.
I want to say I'm certain I've like deleted 2 IQ points because my Prelude, I used to have like track suspension on it. And I was just an idiot and young, and I turned the dampening like all the way tight, as if I was like racing that car. I used to go to an internship like twice a week down the 405 in that car, and it was just like my head.
You definitely
just
have like concussion damage, like you have
something
CTE from your fucking Prelude.
Yeah, it's so stupid. So anyway,
so I'm like, we're driving on the 405, and it's just getting worse. And so I can't breathe, and I'm like. I mean, like, part of it was fear, part of it was just confusion. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like this? I feel so awful. This is like one of the worst feelings I've ever had. It felt like when I did acid and I freaked out. Like I couldn't escape this fucking feeling of like fear and whatever. And I'm like trapped in this car, and I'm like, we keep driving, and I'm like looking at the clock on the Uber app, and it's just like not going down. It's like 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 45 minutes. And I'm like, it's going to take forever. And I'm going to get to Six Flags, and I'm going to be surrounded by these fucking roller coasters. And I'm like freaking out. Yeah. And so finally I'm like, take me to the hospital. I think I'm actually like dying. Yeah. Like I thought I was having a heart attack. I was like, sir, go to the hospital. And Kelsey was like, are you serious? And I was like, yes, I got it. I need to know what the fuck is happening. Yeah. I got to talk to someone. Like, this is crazy. We go to the hospital. I check in. Luckily, there's like not that many people there. And I'm still freaking out. The guy's like, why are you here? And I was like, I feel like I'm going to die. Like, I don't know what's going on. My heart's racing. Like, I'm sweating. I think I'm having a heart attack, blah, blah, blah. They check me. I mean, they probably see this shit all the fucking time. Yep. Especially UCLA. So it's college kids. Like, probably getting anxiety attacks all the time. And they hooked me up to like an EKG to make sure everything's cool. They gave me some Xanax. And finally, I'm like, it starts to end. But it happened for like an hour and a half. I was fucking freaking out. Yeah. And by the end, I was like finally like able to joke around again, and like started coming down, and it was like fine. The Xanax probably helped. Yeah. And went home, slept pretty well. Woke up yesterday, had 2 auditions, was fine. And then yesterday night, sitting on my couch, I'm like, I can't get comfortable. I started to freak out again. And then it never got to the panic attack part, but it was like what just happened. I just was like kind of fighting it and couldn't get comfortable. Yeah. And didn't sleep at all, and then woke up today and I'm just feeling fucking weird all day. Yeah. Shitty, man. And now I get it. I don't want to leave my house because I'm scared. Yeah. Yeah. It's fucked up, man.
It's shitty, man. I mean, the first one happened for me at my first dev job. I was 24. Kind of similar thing. Me and my dev team, because it was advertising, and we would build like piece of shit apps like on the fly for like fucking, god damn it. Who's this? It's like a AAA title game developer. Like they made Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft. We used to do marketing promotions for them. So their parent company, I guess, is in Germany, and they're fucking assholes. And they didn't like our agency. So they would always, I think they were just trying to get us to buckle so they could fire us. This was a problem with the relationship before I got there, but their move was they would wait till 2 weeks before the game released to give us all the assets and the creative and the concept.
Fuck. And just be like, go.
Yep. And if we didn't do it right, it was like, you're fired. So we had that, some other project that we had sold in. Anyway, we were doing something for Assassin's Creed and some other shit. And I think we had worked 17 days straight.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking like 8 to 12.
Jesus
like,
fuck.
like wall to wall writing code, testing. Like, dude, we were like the load that what we were trying to test for was fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
It was like expected like 500,000 concurrent users for like this, because it was like giving away a ton of free shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that's going to crash.
Yeah.
And it just,
so
shit just
like a lot of pressure.
Yeah. And the shit kept failing.
Yeah.
One of the devs who was supposed to build it, like she like whatever fronted up that she was a lot better along than she was. And so like, it became this weird political thing where during the day we'd have to wait for her to build something, and then at night I'd have to go in with the senior back end and we'd have to go rebuild her shit. And it just like, it was like that rinse repeat. So anyway, I'm sitting there at my desk, the irony.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like fucking off time watching a video of Bob Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere, I just get like tunnel vision, like around my eyes, it gets like literally like dark. And then I stand up and my heart is at like 130, like 90 to 130 in a second.
So is this the first one you've ever had?
First one I ever had.
Okay, so you were like, I'm dying.
Yeah. And I grab my chest and I stand up, and right before that, we hit, the senior back end was making a joke about Paul Walker dying.
Okay.
And I grab my chest and I go, dude, my heart. And he's like, are you joking? Like thinking like I'm fucking around, that like, 'cause you know me, I fuck around all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I look at him like, no, I'm serious. Like my heart is like jumping out of my chest. And like, I have tunnel vision for a second and I'm trying to get cool. The thing that freaked me out was there were so many people. I started freaking out more and more. I kept going up and up and up. Same shit, called the paramedics, EKG. The funniest part was by the end of it, I was drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
In a fully air conditioned building that run at like 60. Like,
what a shitty feeling too.
And everyone's just staring at me like, what the fuck just happened to you? Like I looked like I ran a marathon. I'm sweating everywhere. Like I got beads on my forehead. My face is red. I'm just like, oh fuck. So I drove to Vegas that night.
Yeah.
Panic attacks all the way there.
So were the paramedics were like, this was a panic attack?
Yeah.
Like we're very confident that that's what this was?
Yeah. So I battled them for years on and off. It plagued me and Alina's relationship. We had several moments we just couldn't enjoy things. Like an early one I got, I think just before then or maybe after, was I think I told you the story. We went to Universal Studios like for Fright Fest.
Yeah.
And I got a panic attack about to go into one of the haunted houses, but it was like nausea and ended up vomiting. I like couldn't do anything that night.
Jesus fuck.
So
because it exhausts you too. I was so fucking
so tired.
I was like dead afterwards.
It's so
probably
weird.
Like why I slept, but and the Xanax too, probably.
That
but
too.
like,
so dude, I think I said this in Telegram, but I cut myself off because like I know how it is. Like after you get one, you don't want to think about it. So I just didn't want to talk about whatever I've gone through.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, don't be embarrassed, because I had one recently where I had not slept, drank coffee, went to the gym, squatted a new max,
Yeah.
then tried to go to Ralph's to get food.
Yeah.
And it was almost as bad as the first one I ever had.
Really?
I'm like just standing in front of like yogurt, and then like I get tunnel vision again.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
I got numb.
Yeah.
I'm outside of Ralph's,
Like laying on the ground, right?
fully numb with my legs in the air, like waiting for the paramedics, thinking maybe this is actually a heart attack.
Jesus.
Same shit, drenched in sweat. But what was so embarrassing about it was like the full fire department pulled up.
Oh no.
So it's like 9 dudes with the EKG on me on the sidewalk, and I'm like,
they're like, you're fine.
Yeah, they're like, no. One of them's like, do you have a history of panic attacks? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, you need to get some sleep, bud. And then like they all just like pile in the truck. Most of them were kind of like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
What did that cost you?
So that's the thing, is when you make that call, if they take you to the ER, that's when you get nailed.
Oh, okay.
So I sat there milking them for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to move. And as I started to come down, they always like come out and they have like a shot that can like reduce your adrenaline.
Okay.
So when they pop that out, it's like you're in good hands.
Yeah.
And I was able
They
to
like fuck it up and accidentally EpiPen you.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh fuck, we gave you adrenaline. Oh shit.
Oh shit, just like crank.
Just have an ultra panic attack. So sick that you just become like more powerful. Just fucking blast off, go Super Saiyan.
I'm so scared.
I'm fucking scared as shit. Just the Hulk.
So yeah, man. It's shitty. And you need to handle it now, dude, before you get what I had been getting.
Yeah, no, I mean obviously that's my number one priority. I mean, I never want that shit to happen again. And
dude, you got to cut substance like
I just I will for sure. And I just get it now. Like I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And the anxiety thing and everything. Like I'm just like I'm fucking on edge.
It sucks
all the time.
It's
crazy.
So I paid the price. I've been, you know me, man. I overthink everything I get in my head. And so I hit a max earlier this week and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get high.
Yeah.
I've been having anxiety nonstop for like a week.
Since you got high?
From that one time I got stoned. And it's like, okay, truthfully, I can't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah.
And
just a combination of getting older, your body changing.
Yeah.
Like this has never been an issue. Like that's why it scares me because I've always been such a optimistic, like just genuinely at ease, a genuine belief that things will work out. And like what comes with this feeling is like the feeling of impending doom, or like this like feeling of like what am I doing?
Yeah,
like why the fuck?
Yeah,
like am I doing the right things and all this shit? Which is I don't know. It's like a feeling I used to get with like being hungover and stuff like that. Is like this thing, but then it always just like ends up sleeping off, right?
Yep.
But now it's just like weird being totally sober and normal, whatever, but like still feeling
that. And you got that shit just gnawing at the back of your head, dude. Yeah, it sucks, man.
Did you feel like when you felt stressed, right? When you first got your first panic attack?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with me is I didn't feel stress. I just felt, well, I guess I did. That feeling of like, what the fuck are you doing? Why'd you go out? Like that might have been the actual trigger. It
just feels like a tension subtly and then it snaps. And then it's like, then you're like weak and whatever.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
man.
Sorry to get all serious on you guys. Sorry that you had to watch me have a panic attack on this thing. But luckily, it didn't turn into anything because that felt fucking weird.
No, I think like people should see this. I think you guys should see this and know that it's like it can be age for some people. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Some people have this like consistently. And like again, like when we did our live show and I got it, just to reiterate.
Yeah.
I was fully numb. Like my face was numb, my hands were numb, I was sweating.
Yeah.
I had body dissociation. So
I
like,
had that. I fucking had that.
It's weird as fuck,
I didn't
right?
know where my fucking arms were and like I couldn't feel anything.
Yeah. Like you're just like you look at your hands and you're like, these don't feel like my limbs.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
I had that.
Weirdest fucking concept. So like on stage when I'm standing there holding that microphone, I didn't feel like I was holding a microphone.
Yeah.
I just felt like I was floating in a body.
So did you do your exercises to like come back to earth?
Yeah.
And like that's what saved you on stage?
That's what I was doing the whole time. I'm like, all right, mic stand, water bottle, shoes, crowd. Mic stand, girl at the front, girl shoes. Like just looking at shit. I kept looking at Alina because like, I'm like, all right, Alina's a person. I know Alina's over there. Alina and Kelsey are over there.
Yeah.
Alina and Kelsey and Emma are over there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like repeating all that. And I'm pounding that water to try to like get the caffeine, if possible, diluted, which, is probably just in my head.
Yeah. I was doing the same shit. I was just pounding water up until the point where I like felt full.
Yeah. And
and then I was like, and then I couldn't feel my stomach.
Yeah,
it fucked with me even more. So I was like, now I can't drink fucking water?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that scared me even more. And I was just like, God damn.
Yeah, dude. So to like, I mean, and like, I always think back to that moment where I'm standing there looking at this show and just like the lights and feeling like I'm not in my body. And I look over to you and you like gave me that look and you're just like, okay, so onto the reaction video.
Yeah.
That moment of relief has never been so powerful.
Really?
To just like, and even to do a bit in that feeling, like talking about getting my dick cut and all this shit. And I'm like, how do I even tell this story?
I mean, luckily it was probably just like the fact that we had rehearsed it so many times up until that. Cause that was like the second last show or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you were just operating on fucking a memory that was just fucking jammed in your brain at that point.
Yeah. It's just the
Cause having to actually having any like intuitive thought, like a thought process at that point is probably impossible.
No.
For me, it was. I was like, I think I have to go to the hospital. And Kelsey's like, okay. And she's like, where should we go? And I was like,
I don't know.
I don't know how to find one.
Yeah.
I have no idea. What do we do? I don't know.
Yeah. So
and the driver's like, okay, let me know what hospital you want me to take you to. And I was like, no, you let me know.
Yeah. You got to
Just take
figure
me
it
to
out.
one. You fucking figure it out.
Yeah. I used to get them so bad. And this was during a period where I was smoking a lot of weed thinking I was fixing it, not knowing I was making it worse.
Yeah.
And like, Alina and I would be watching a movie and it would just happen. And she was like getting to a point where she was like, are we ever going to be able to do anything without you having these feelings?
Jesus fuck, man. That's scary.
Yeah. And so fixing it, I mean, is like done a lot for me, obviously, but like, it's a plague, man.
Yeah.
It just feels like ants on your fucking life. Like it just gets all over everything. And you're like, stop, just go away.
I know. I feel bad for Kelsey because I'm just like, I don't know how to explain it. I just don't feel right.
No. And like,
and she's like, all right, what can I do? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly do not know.
I've had
what
like
to do.
I don't know if this is soft or whatever, but like I've had a couple nights where my heart was pounding so hard, the feeling was so bad that it put me in tears. Like, and I would just, I've had 2 nights where I've just laid crying and like just holding Alina's hand being like, saying shit like, I don't want to be like this for the rest of my life. I'm going to kill myself if this is it. Like, I can't do it.
Jesus fuck, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like it's so brutal.
Yeah.
And to know like that I was doing it to myself feels so much worse.
Yeah.
But the flip side, there are people like that, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Someone feels that right now all the time.
Yeah.
And they're probably pounding meds.
You know what I was going to say is that it made me realize, like, when people send me DMs that are like, yo, like, your content has helped me through a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've crippling, whatever it may be, like, you know, and this kind of helps me understand depression as well, like more so than I've ever been able to understand it. Obviously, like no one is able to actually understand it if you don't have depression, but it's like, you know, it's always been a thing that I'm like, you know, I understand it's like a weight on your life, but I don't know in what sense, right?
How does it work?
But now I get it. And so people will DM us and be like, yo, I love, you know, your content has helped me through a lot. And I kind of now am understanding more of how heartfelt that is, because it's like now, you know, I was listening to a podcast yesterday and it like calmed me down.
Yeah.
Just listening to someone's voice. And I was like, damn.
Yeah. Voice of reason.
This really fucking helps. And I turned the podcast off and it started coming back. And I was like, now I fucking get what people mean by that. Like helps me through a lot. Not that I didn't, you know, take that to heart before, but now I understand it more.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, you know, when someone says you helped me through a lot, obviously I understand like some of you are being, you're not being transparent about what it is, and you don't have to be, but you know, I know for a lot of those DMs like that, people have articulated anxiety and depression, and it's like, unless you know what anxiety feels like, it's hard to comprehend, because anxiety is not really a good word for what you actually feel. Yeah. Because people associate anxiety with being just nervous. Yeah. And it's what's worse than that.
No, yeah, it's not. It's like that's where it starts.
Yeah. Nerves.
And there's like this layer on top where it's like.
Nerves are like, you know, when you're about to dive, you're about to go on stage, you're about to give a speech, you're about to talk to your boss. It's like, okay, like I'm scared, but like it's like a fight or flight thing. Yeah. It feels
it's
like.
kind of like a good feeling.
In a way, you can convert it to a good feeling. Yeah. Anxiety is like, or like real anxiety is like a fucking just ton of bricks just fell on your fucking shoulders. Yeah. And like it makes you feel small. It sucks. So when I read that, I felt really bad. I was like, you know, because I would hope that no one would ever feel that shit. Oh yeah. It's like to the fashion that it happens in is like, it sucks, dude. And like it comes out of nowhere. Yeah. You know? It sucked having to tell this company like I can't do the job that you're paying me for because I'm just fucking having a panic attack. Yeah. You know? Yeah. It felt like an excuse, but I was like, just I can't do anything right now. It's crazy. So yeah. Whatever, man. I mean, we're human. Yeah. And I want you guys to know that. Yeah, seriously. Thanks for fucking coping with us on this. No, I mean, whatever. And listening to that conversation. I know. It actually made me feel a lot better talking through it. Because part of me is like, is this normal, you know? Yeah. I mean, some people but it's good to know that. There's a lot of people that have to normalize it to their life. Yeah. You know, I would say I'm finally at a point where like, I think I've beat it. Feels good. But I mean, just anyone out there like who's listening to this, or any of you guys, like as you're listening to this, if you if you get those moments of anxiety and you get like sort of that pressure in your life, just fucking be conscious. You know, maybe don't do fucking 4 espresso shots.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah.
just take care of you. Cause, and you know, if you ever feel like shit's too much, just try to work on it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you got to have like those trigger points for you as a person. Cause if you redline yourself too much, yeah, you're going to fucking break, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you don't have to be 27. You can be 24, you can be 20, you can be 19.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
I told you this before, but I was talking to Emma Chamberlain's mom yesterday. I was filming a video with her.
Yeah.
And her mom was in the apartment, and her mom was like, I heard you, because I was like just talking to her. I was like, we were catching up, and I was like, yeah, I had a panic attack yesterday and it sucked and whatever. And she was like, were you talking about panic attacks down there? And we were like, yeah. And she was like, oh yeah, I heard your story. I felt really bad. I've gone through that. I had my first panic attack when I was 27, and then I just battled them for years. And I was like, great, fucking awesome, cool. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah, good to know that this is just going to be a theme now for fucking however many years.
It might be, dude.
She said, because she lives in the Bay, and she said that the first time she got it, she was on the highway, had to pull over and, you know, dealt with it, whatever. But then every time she drove over the Bay Bridge,
boom,
it would happen again, because she would be like, I hope I don't have this while I'm driving over a fucking bridge, the Bay Bridge.
Yep. And then
it would happen. Yep. And at that point, you're literally trapped. There's nothing you can do but keep moving forward. You can't pull off to the side.
Yep.
That's scary.
Yeah, psychologically, that's because it's so visual to like what you have to go through.
Yeah.
You literally you have to push through it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're fucking stuck. Yeah, man. So
crazy shit, man. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
So I get it. I'm with you.
Yeah.
If you're fucking dealing with anxiety and shit.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
It's not.
But
I would not recommend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, would not recommend a panic attack. If you're thinking about having one,
yeah, don't do it.
I'd say a strong D- is what I'm going to give it. You know, not for me. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It was okay. Pretty low Rotten Tomatoes score.